What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Apologies for not uploading for the last 2 days. It's been busy. It's been busy. I got home late as well. I had a friend's birthday. I came back home, had dinner late. You know, the food there ran out quickly, so I came back home hungry. So I had to eat dinner. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to record any videos, but we're here now, and this is gonna be a good video. And it's actually one of the most requested videos. So I hope to all the Larry Bird fans, all the Boston Celtics fans, I hope you guys enjoyed this one because this one's for you. So we've reacted to Larry Bird's story, which I do want to revisit. The second video was it the Larry Bird Ultimate Mixtape? That could have been it. I can't remember what the exact video was, but it was like his mixtape. And we're going to be reacting to more highlights to do with Larry Bird soon. So don't worry about that. Today, though, we're going to be watching a video called Larry Bird Stories That Prove He's the Best Trash Talker. Now, what I know about Larry Bird is that maybe he talks trash, but with Larry, he backs it up. So if he says something, he will back it up. You know what I mean? It's not just talking. There's action behind this one. Let me just close these. I was working the thumbnail earlier on, and I wanted to revisit it and make sure that's all good. You know, because the thumbnails are much more stressful to make than to record the actual videos. But I've yapped long enough. I say it's time to watch the video. So if you enjoy this video, please leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, let me know in the comments what do you guys want to see in the future. Maybe more Larry Bird content, maybe someone else, maybe a certain event that happened with basketball. So do let me know. So yeah. Oh, and if you want to be part of the community, Discord link's in the bio. Let's get to watching. Oh, there's no audio. Of course, there's no audio. Hold on. All fixed. I should have checked this before. My bad.
One of the biggest trash talkers in basketball. And a lot of people say, really? You know, they thought it was Reggie or Charles.
Bird used to tell me, look here, man.
You supposed to be a great defender, right? And I'm gonna make sure I tell you where I'm gonna shoot the ball at.
And he said, I'm gonna get it right here. I'm gonna shoot it right in your face.
And I'm looking at this guy like, he's nuts.
I like that.
Go shoot this
I can tell this video is going to be good.
jump in your face right there in that cone. And it's gonna be your Christmas present. I'm gonna wrap it up and bust your head open.
And that's exactly what he did.
If he tell you you're going to hit a shot in a certain place, he'll do
do
just
it.
that, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Been a better player each step I took. I was able to do a little more than the other guys. I had a green light. I could make plays, but I always knew early on, especially when I was a junior, senior high school, that probably the outcome of the game was going to depend on me.
Well, yeah, I interviewed Gary Payton, a venomous trash talker. And I asked him who the most vicious trash talker he's ever encountered. He said Larry Bird.
Oh, no question.
Bird talk shit, like we talk
Let me tell y'all something. Bird used to tell me, look here, man. I'm gonna go shoot this motherfucker, jump in your face right there in that corner. And it's gonna be your Christmas present. I'm gonna wrap it up and bust your head open. All that
And Larry Bird was ruthless. Merry Christmas.
shit.
He told me, young fella, let me tell you something. I can shoot a jumper anywhere I want to. You supposed to be a great defender, right? I'm gonna make sure I tell you where I'm gonna shoot the ball at. And I was like, man, come on now, you're not gonna shoot the ball. And so he said, I'm gonna take you over in that corner right there. You see it over there by my bench, right? And I'm gonna give you something, and it's gonna be this jumper. So he went right to that corner, and I'm up on him, I'm under him. And he said, young fella, what did I tell you I was gonna do? And he turned around, raised up, and it was all drones. And I said, shit, I ain't gonna mess with you no more.
He was the coldest dude I ever seen with that shit, man. Everybody be talking about these greats. They don't be always mentioning him. He was the shit.
See, that's what I meant before. He talks the talk, he walks the walk, he backs it up.
Yeah, shit, man. He'll give it to you any way he wanted to. Larry Bird was cold.
Bird didn't talk trash to you,
Oh
did he?
my God, Bird talked trash to everybody. I always tell the story about Larry Bird. I remember him, he was cursing under his breath. And I asked him, I said, Larry, what's going on with you? He says, you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on me.
Okay.
Disrespectful. I just started laughing. I had no comeback when he says, it's disrespectful when y'all put a white guy on me.
Larry said, I'm insulted.
That's crazy, man. Disrespectful because you put a white guy in front of me. I mean, I wouldn't know what to say either.
That they would put a sorry dude like you on me. He said, no, I don't even want to play no more. He would drop the ball and take a turnover. And I'm looking at this guy like, he's nuts, you know?
The story goes that when he played against Denver, they had a guy named John Hansley, a white guy, a really good defender, right?
Okay.
They put him on Larry, and Larry was weighing his ass out.
Absolutely.
And Larry would run by the bench and tell Doug Moe, who was the coach, get him off me. That's disrespectful. Put a black guy on me. Because
Jesus, man. That's actually crazy.
when he played back in the day, that's all
Take this guy off me and get a black guy to defend me. Oh my god.
he played against was brothers. So he was like, I had to torch his ass so they understand.
And Larry got on the roll, started shooting the ball. Every shot was going in. All right, he runs by Frank Layden, who's the funniest guy in the league. And Frank is coaching, and Larry says to him, hey, Frank, don't you have anybody on that bench that can guard me? He goes, so nobody out here can. Frank looked down at the bench and goes, no.
Along with Steve Jones and Rick Barry, this is Bob Neal, just moments before the American Airlines Sheraton long distance.
Also, if there's anything that I've missed or misunderstood, please let me know in the comments. There's probably things that I'm gonna sort of miss out because I don't know the context or the story behind a certain event or something that's happened in this video.
Shootout. All-Star game is in Dallas, the first three-point contest, and he just starts looking at guys, doesn't say a word, and people are getting kind of nervous. Everybody's sitting there, everybody's real quiet. You knew the guys, but you never were around them. And nobody's really saying anything, so I walk in and look around, and then he finally speaks and says, I'm just looking to see who's going to finish second.
And says, I hope all you guys in here are thinking about second place because I'm winning this.
Shots fired, man.
Excuse me?
Did you really say that? Who's playing for second?
Yeah, I did. I felt so bad.
What you walked in there? What were you thinking when you made that announcement to the room? Just messing with all those guys?
I know going into that, I remember in the locker room, Robert said something that there's no way in the hell I was going to win that three-point contest. So I knew right then I had to win it.
That chick's had my name on it for a week now, and I knew I was going to win this thing. I've been practicing, and my teammates said I wasn't going to win it, but I came back and lucked out, really.
Bird would luck out again the next year, but in 1988, it looked like his luck had finally run out.
Oh.
Doesn't have that normal Bird rhythm going on. Seconds remaining, has only 7, has to beat 15. That's 8, make it 9, and 10, 11 as we're counting, 13.
A huge rack that time for Bird.
We still got to drop one here quickly, 14. This is a tie for the money.
Nice.
He knew exactly what the score was. He knew that ball was going to win the competition for him, and it's almost like he did it in dramatic fashion just to make it more fun.
He knew it when he let it go and was headed for the winner's circle.
He took off his top yet. I didn't see when he took off his top.
Larry used to come in the locker rooms. He'd be getting his ankles taped, and he'd say, you know, hey, ball boy, run in and go find the scoring record in this building. You know, he needed those kind of challenges.
He had accomplished every goal. We hadn't lost a game on the trip. And Larry told...
I mean, this just shows you how good, how amazing, how brilliant Larry Bird was at basketball. The more I watch the videos about him, the more I understand why, one, you guys are fans of Larry Bird, and two, why you guys kept suggesting all these videos for Larry Bird. Because this guy, man, he was on a whole different spectrum. Forget a whole different level. He was on a whole different spectrum.
All of us players and the media too. Tomorrow night's the last game of the trip. I'm going to play this with left-handed at least through 3.
Oh, I remember this.
It was at a time when, McHale was still coming off the bench.
And so Larry scores his 6th point on a left-handed shot.
And I'll never forget him. McHale yells out.
And McHale goes, hey, Jerome, wait till he starts shooting right-handed.
And at the end of 3 quarters, I get 27 points left-handed.
Well, left-handed is one thing, but when the game got close, I had to go back to the right one.
He could hold all these things in his
he had his fun, When something gets serious, you gotta use the right hand.
Head during a game. So he'd have a shooting drill at the old Boston Garden.
4:30 in the afternoon. I was an early guy. I'd set up early. The garden would be dark.
You know, late in the afternoon by himself, dark garden. Come out with an equipment guy and just do the perimeter, shoot for half hour. All you heard was swishing.
If he missed a shot during that thing, he'd say that the Bull Gang set up something wrong with the rim. You know, otherwise that would have gone in.
I'd get there early, plug in my Stone Age computer right next to the bench. He'd come over, he'd call me Scoop, he'd say, Scoop, what are you working on? I'm saying, I'm doing an early story.
And I'd say, well, I'm doing an early edition newspaper story about your free throw streak.
You are approximating the NBA record for consecutive free throws, so don't miss one tonight or I'll look bad in the paper.
Sure enough, first half, he goes to the line for two, and the foul line is lined up right where we're sitting if he looks over.
He's at the line. He makes the first.
He looks over and winks at me.
He looks over and winks at me before he makes the second. I mean, guys don't do that today. And he would...
Always thinking about these things. It's like paying off a bet in the middle of a game. He was doing...
I mean, he just knows how good he is. You know what I mean? He knows he's gonna score. He knows he's gonna win. He's Larry Bird.
Doing two things at once.
Well, you had the Bird night.
I had the Bird night. Yeah, that was a tough night, man.
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
No, but when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots. It's in that game, we're on the free throw line, and he literally says,
"It's off the glass. Who's next? Where do you want this one from?" And he just made one after another, and he just told...
That is actually crazy, man. To get to a level where you know you're that good, and you're calling your shots, your plays, you're gonna tell them where you're gonna score. Tell them that the person defending you isn't good enough. That is insane.
He tortured all of them.
I think Bird went by the bench one time, too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and he called that one. That
I mean,
was the one
there's no one like him.
where he fell in it. He literally said, off the glass into the trainer. And,
No way.
Yeah.
His last shot, he said, in the trainer's lap, coming down the court. He shot this high rainbow. It goes in. Ricky bumps into him and he knocks him on our trainer's lap. So it was exactly what he
That was a beautiful shot, by the way.
said.
Antoine Carr and Cliff Levingston got fined by Fratello, I think. For
And Eddie Johnson for celebrating.
celebrating Bird.
Yeah, it was the best film session. Every time when I see Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was
so
it was the greatest film session ever because back then, you watched the real game and just went, with a video, and Mike rewound the celebration 20 times.
And they show a shot of our bench. Cliff Livingston and Eddie Johnson are standing up there.
I mean, can you blame them? If you were there and you witnessed Larry Bird, you'd react the same way. I mean, I know I would.
I mean, everybody was entertained by this. Even the guys on the Atlanta bench.
They got fined for that, I heard.
Yeah. Watch the reactions on the Atlanta bench.
Oh, man.
You see
They got
Scotty
the towel
Hastings
up there
put them,
laughing.
Watch Cliff Levingston over here. I think this is Cliff. Oh, what the?
I love that reaction.
And Fratello wouldn't let it go. He just kept rewinding. Showing the guys, you remember they're giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls off the bench.
Yeah,
too.
that was Eddie Johnson.
Yeah.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other high five. And our film session was 20 minutes of that. And, yeah, and so it was a bad night.
The first game against Larry Bird, it was shocking. And I'm a rookie, I go shake his hand, and he put both hands behind his back. And I'm saying, okay, he's getting his head ready to play. First play of the game, he says, I don't know where they got you guarding me, Holmes. And he shoots
Wow. Okay.
three. I was pissed. I said, I wasn't mad he hit the three. But did this bitch just called me Holmes? And so.
Call him Holmes and gets right past him and scores. That would hurt your ego, wouldn't it?
It's set up for a really...
Also, if you're a rookie, I guess that's Larry Bird's way of saying, welcome in.
Interesting game. Because I remember one time I came down and I dunked it on him. He laying on the ground. He fouled me and I'm pointing. And he said, hey, Rook. I said, what? He said, I like you. He said, you got balls, but I'm still going to get 30 on your ass.
Wow. I mean, look, he gave him some, some like praise, He gave, he said something positive, but then he had to remind him All right, you scored that one. Don't let it get to your head. I'm Larry Bird.
He got about 38, so he kind of proved his point. But I had to pay my dues. I wasn't upset about that because, you know, back then, you know, as a rookie, you know, you got to pay your dues. Simple as that.
It was funny, the first time that I played in my rookie year, I guarded Larry Bird, and it took me about 10 minutes to realize I should be probably guarding him instead of staring at him. You know? And he came down, it was funny, he came down one time, and Mark West was the center on our team.
So what I was meant to say before is that he praised him.
And Larry looked at me, and then he looked at Mark, and he said, Mark, I'm going to go down, I'm going to come off the screen, I'm going to catch it right there, I'm going to turn around, I'm going to shoot it in the rookie's face, and then I'm going to run down the floor. And that's exactly what he did. And I'm sitting there, that just happened.
But did he talk to you, or you weren't
He
good
talked
enough?
through me. He never addressed me.
I love that.
Like I wasn't even there.
And did Mark West going?
Mark was like, all right,
okay,
man,
all right.
You probably will. Good luck.
And then he did.
He did it.
Well,
There was nothing I could do about it.
He backed up whatever he said. If he tell you going to hit a shot to certain place, or if he going to take you down to the post, turn around, hit a fadeaway J, he going to do just that, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
These guys came in together.
Yep, he backs it up.
In 81, there's Kevin, there's Larry, there's Robert. Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge, they knew what each other could do. And what I did was said, okay, let's see what's happening out there. And you'd see Larry shooting the three-pointer, and then I call a timeout, and they didn't count the three-pointer.
Larry just hit what would have been the game-winning shot, but KC called timeout.
It won't count. It does not count. Boston had called a timeout.
Larry came back to the bench, and he was a little upset.
So he's very upset with that, so I diagrammed the play. He says, heck with the play, Case. Hey guys, when I come back after timeout, I'm going to go right to the same spot. I'm going to kick it in. Give me the ball and tell all the rest of the guys to get out of the way. I said, shut up, Larry. I'm the coach here. Okay, all right. Dennis, you take the ball out, give it to Kevin, then you throw it to Larry, and everybody get the hell out of the way.
I love his confidence.
Celtics are down by 2 points, and Bird is out by the three-point line, and he's being guarded by a guy named Johnny High.
He goes down before the ball is thrown in, and he's standing right in front of the Phoenix bench, and he looks at all the guys on the bench and says,
yeah, I'm just fixing to bust a three on you guys and just go home. I'm tired of this.
Oh my God.
Says, watch my hand as I follow through.
And, you know, Johnny High sort of smiles and laughs about it.
And I was supposed to cut off the high post and post up for a second and then go across and set a pick. Well, I came off the pick and I was wide open and I stood there waiting for the ball. I had a smaller guy to post up and Larry just waved me out of the way saying, get out of here, get out of the way.
And then he just turns around and shoots a perfect three.
As the ball's in the air, he kind of turns towards the Phoenix bench and yells, told you so. He stops running.
I love that, man. I love that. Man, Larry Bird is something else.
Locker room.
As he continues on to the dressing room. Now, that's what you call...
Like, honestly, that's where there's the one and only Larry Bird. There's literally no one like him. This guy is just... He's just that damn good.
Arrogance.
And from that time, I learned to run Larry's play, not the coach's play.
He wanted the light on him. He wanted the focus, and he wanted that ball. And in case he would ever call somebody else's play, Larry would just say, no. I'm shooting this ball, and he would.
I get a charge when I tell someone on the opposing team that I'm going to hit the last second shot and then do it. That's what it's all about.
High game, 13 seconds to play. Celtics basketball.
During the timeout, I'm going through a play. And about that time, Larry steps in and says, Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way? It's Larry. If he wants the ball, he wants the ball. After the timeout, we walk back on the court, and then Xavier...
That's actually crazy, man. He's like, just give me the ball and tell everyone to get out of my way. This guy's a one-man wrecking crew.
So he tells Xavier, I'm getting the ball.
I said, I know, I'm going to be waiting. Yeah, he said, I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to shoot it right in your face.
5, and Bird has the basketball. Look out. Larry Bird, just phenomenal the way that...
He came out when right about that exact spot and shot a shot right in my face. And, you know, he was like, I didn't need to leave 2 seconds on the clock.
Wow. Larry Bird has balls, man.
Walk back to the sideline like, damn.
Larry.
He's oozing that confidence. Because like I said before, he knows he's that good. That's why he says all of this. But it's crazy, man. Yeah, like, how do you even respond to all of these things that he's saying, right? He's telling you the plays, yet they couldn't guard him. That's just insane.
Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball. And a lot of people say, really? You know, they thought it was Reggie or Charles. Larry Bird talked more trash on the basketball court than anybody I've ever played against. So we playing him the last play. He says to James Worthy, he says, you guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over that corner. And I'm going to catch it, I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to tie the game or win the game, whatever the case may be. They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or
DJ?
the late, great DJ.
Yeah.
You DJ coming down, right, with the ball. Oh, great DJ, that's good. So pass it to Larry, he's in that corner. Now I got to go out and close Larry Bird out. So as I'm running out to Larry Bird, he's talking trash to me. I don't know why you running out here. Who says that in the middle of the game? He said, I'm gonna wait till you get one step away from me and I'm gonna shoot it right in your face. So I got one step away. He shoots it all net. 3-pointer, good.
Take the ball out, man.
That is unbelievable. That is actually unbelievable, man. He's like, he's pretty much telling them, you can try. You won't get far, but you can try. I'm still gonna score.
Right to the
Like A+ for effort.
corner, caught the shot, shot a three, game over. It's like, are you effing kidding me?
And he turned to me and said, you did all that running for nothing.
And he was saying in such a calm way that you didn't think it was trash talking, but it's trash talking. You're not gonna tell me you're gonna go over there and shoot the ball in my face. That's trash talking. But
Trash talking, but he backs it up.
he would tell you before the play even started. He'd tell you where he's going. He'd tell you when he catches it, there's nothing you can do about it. And it was great trash talking because it wasn't vulgar. I mean, he wasn't pounding his chest. You can just be standing next to him. You know, I would jump out and try to block a shot on rotation, and he'd say, Scott.
You jump high, but you don't jump that high. You can't get this.
Scott, you're a little too late. Scott, you're not getting that. Why are you even jumping? Why are you running out of it? But it was all game.
He'd say something like, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, I mean, he talked the whole game, and it was, you know, after the game and after years of thinking about it, you're like, man, that dude, why he's one of the greatest players ever played.
He was
100% he's one of the greatest players of all time.
ridiculous. He came on here. Our sportscaster played the Super.
Like, to get to that level of being good at the sport, trash talk the way he did, telling them, don't try this, don't try that. You can try and defend, but you won't get far. You can't jump high enough. And he still wipes the floor with them.
Superman theme when he was talking about him that night after the game, because he did everything, points, rebounds, assists, just steals, you name it. Larry has such a great mind for the game. I had a lot of respect for him as a competitor.
That competitive nature, the work ethic, because I asked a lot of questions. You know, playing with Byron Scott, I asked him a lot of questions. Eddie Jones, Magic, James Worthy, Kurt Rambis, all the Laker greats, I would always sit down and just ask them questions. What actually happened there? What did you feel there? Why? You know, Bird tough to defend. Why? Because you look slow as shit to me. So like, I'm missing something. So like, tell me what I'm missing. You know what I mean?
You know, like I was saying, growing up in Boston, people all used to always talking about that he can't jump, he can't do this, he can't do that. And, you know, a lot of my friends was like that, you know. So, I got to the league. I called all my friends back up. I said, you know, all that trash that you were talking, you need to squash all that. This man is great. Whatever you were saying for a man who can't jump, he's demolishing everybody. He's doing it on everybody. He's doing it on the
That's right. He's demolishing everyone.
best defensive players in the league.
Yeah.
I never forget driving, and I'm listening to a game. It's New Mexico State playing Indiana State. I don't really care about the game, but New Mexico State is right up the streets from El Paso, and I went to UTEP, and we're big rivalries. So I'm hoping that Indiana State will beat New Mexico State. And I'm listening to the radio, and I have no clue of the players on either team. All of a sudden, this name keeps coming. Bird. He goes to the right. Bird. He makes the strike. Bird. I said, God damn, who is Bird? Bird. You know, here's Bird. And Bird this, and Bird, oh, did you see the pass that Bird made? I can't see it, but I'm just trying to imagine it. When the time I got to the end, I said, damn, that brother can play. When I got the newspaper the next morning and saw Larry's picture, I said, damn. Larry, it wasn't you know, be honest with you. The young lady that said you were her favorite player, Mine too. I love you too, Magic, but not as much as I like Bird.
Damn. Okay. Larry Bird over Magic.
People always talk about great basketball players, and they don't never mention him to be up in that round. But Larry Bird was cold. I don't think nobody ever could get out with him. You ask Magic. That's why Magic had a run, and he was mad when he had to retire in '92 because of what he was going to be missing with Larry Bird. And then you remember Larry Bird took 2 more years, and then he quit because he said his main guy who he wanted to play against is gone.
I'm going to tell this story. We're in LA, and I'm hurt. I got a pulled hamstring, so I'm not playing tonight. So I can't play against the Celtics. You know, I'm killing myself. You know, Larry's warming up. The anthem is sung and get introduced. And right before they go out on the court, Larry comes down. He says, you know what? Since you're here, I'm going to put a show on for you. So you just sit back and watch, okay?
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm going to put a show on for you. And I'm like, man, get out of my face, man. Want to hear that? You know, this is Celtics and the Lakers. And he went out. I think he scored 38 points, about 20 rebounds, about 15 assists.
Triple-double, man. This guy is I don't know how many times I've said insane, because it's pure insanity how good this guy is.
And every shot he would shoot, he would turn to me. Every time he hit one, he'd look at me.
Doesn't even need to do any trash talking. Him just looking at Magic. He's like, I told you I'm gonna put a show on for you. There you go.
And I said, boy, you know, the thing about it that I love about you is that most guys talk trash and can't back it up. But Mr. Bird, you know you can back your trash talking up.
Yep.
And last but not least, I'm gonna say this because you told me one lie. You only told me one lie in your career. Only one. And you only lied to the fans and all the people in the world one time. Do you know what that lie was? You don't remember, do you? Larry Bird said that there would be another Larry Bird one day. And
Okay. That's actually pretty good. Here's a question. For those watching, do you think there will ever be another Larry Bird? Now, I don't think there will be another Larry Bird because there's only like one and only Larry Bird, one MJ, one Hakeem, one Magic, right? But who in today's era, or maybe from a few years ago, you know, who do you think matches or is the closest that we have or had to Larry? Because I've only been watching for 3 months, you know. I'm recording these videos as part of a journey of me learning all about the sport, past, present, future. But for you guys who've been watching, let me know. 1, will there be anyone? Will there be another Larry Bird? If so, or maybe you might say no, but who is the closest that we have or had that you think, okay, maybe they're not as good as Larry, but they're up there?
Larry, there will never, ever, ever be another Larry Bird. And so, this is mine, and I signed it to you, to the greatest basketball player ever, but more important, a friend forever. I love you, I respect you, and I admire you.
This was a great video. I mean, another great video to do with Larry Bird. I mean, look, I've seen highlights and videos of him playing. I've seen how good this guy is. This video, oh man, I love how I love how this video is laid out of players that have played against him telling their side of the story. And it's so funny. It's so cool of them telling us what Larry Bird should tell them, you know, like, hey, I'm gonna score from this position, I'm gonna score from this angle. You can try and block me. Or they'll say, or like my favorites when he would tell the coach, no, forget that play. Give me the ball and tell everyone to go away. Like I just love that, man. But the thing is with Larry, he had the confidence, he had the balls to like get up to the players and tell them what he told them and still back it up. And he's that damn good. You know? It's, oh man. You know, I love watching these videos. I love watching these videos. I love basketball too, because the more I watch this, the more I start loving the sport even more. But this guy, Larry Bird, is just... He's a... There's no one like him. There is no one like him. I was just about to say, I don't know what to say anymore, right? And the previous video, or the last video I recorded for Larry Bird, I said the same thing. I said in one of the plays I said, I was watching and I'm like, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. And someone commented and pinpoint, like they added the time when I said that, and they said, what you should have said was, I've never seen anyone like him, or something along the line, like that, along those lines, you know? And it's true. I have truly never seen anyone like him. I've seen a lot of crazy highlights, but this Larry Bird, man, he was special. He was one hell of a player, man. And I cannot wait to watch more videos on Larry Bird. So yeah, look, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed watching and reacting to. This was a great video from beginning to end. I loved every bit of it. I appreciate you all for recommending me this. I have a bunch of Larry Bird videos written down, so don't worry, plenty more to come. But if there is any other videos that you want me to watch to do with Larry or any other players or events, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, Discord links in the bio. Would love to have you be part of the community. Send me some videos over there. Send me links, sites, you know. I want to learn as much as I can, and also be good to connect, you know, with you guys, get to know you, get to read your stories and your experiences of watching or growing up with the sport. That's one of my favorite parts about making these videos, is like reading your comments. Yeah, and that's part of the reason why I stopped, you know, reading a lot about the history of the player, because you guys have been giving me the best information there is. So shout out to you guys watching. And yeah, again, if you guys enjoyed this video, do leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments as well, any recommendations, suggestions. And yeah, Larry Bird fans, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And yeah, the next video, what is the next video? I can't remember what the next video is, but I'm sure it's going to be good regardless. So until then, you guys take care, stay safe, and keep on grinding. Never give up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. See you guys soon. Much love.